I'm here essentially on behalf of my chairman and editor-in-chief, Mr. Anurag Batra, who had to be here, but he had to do another travel outside the city, so he couldn't come, and I'm essentially sending in for him. So he's conveyed his regards to him, and he says he's looking forward to seeing you all at some point in the coming days. So that's what I'm here for, to convey his regards and convey his thanks for inviting us here and associating with us. Now, media people make bad guess because they have nothing to say. All they do is report on what the good work, the bad work other people are doing. But the good thing is that because they have nothing to say, they keep their talk short, so which is a good thing. So that's another thing I want to share. The only thing, because we are a business magazine, Business World, we run India's largest fortnightly, and several other magazines and websites and events for business communities. So from there, one thing I may want to add is that from what we interact with the businesses is that both in the public sector and the private sector, is that the nature of businesses is changing. Our economy is depending more and more on services. So when that happens, the occupational hazards or the occupational health, the definition of that also changes. We have large workforce in the IT industry, we have a large workforce in banking, financial services, which was not there earlier. Now the occupational health there has a different meaning altogether. The issues are more emotional, they're more social, more socio-economic. Jobs aren't as permanent as we see them to be in the public sector. They're always living under that, I would say, insecurity, but uncertainty. Their own need to stay at a job for a long period is changing. They want to do very well at a very young age. We find a 32-year-old billionaire who started as a startup, but maybe runs the largest travel company in the country, or a new soft drink major who was just about 35. So you can imagine if he's 35, the CEO, what the age group of the people who work with him is, right? So younger people have different kind of health issues. They may look fine otherwise from the outside, but they have other kind of issues that they go through, which I'm sure you would want to include in your agenda in the years to come. Even in the public sector, I've noticed more and more things are getting digitized, more and more things are getting into the IT space. Today, say, Delhi Metro has a large number of people who work on the computers, who work on machines, rather than just run the engine. Very few people are needed to run the train now. So more and more people work behind the scenes, as I would want to call them. Also at this note, I see almost all people who are there are from the public sector. So next time, but I see on the other side, all are from the private sector. I think this can be a little more inclusive, because health is health. Be it whatever sector you work in, I'm sure you are mindful of that. Other thing I want to say is that, I think today some of the things which private sector has cracked already. Mr. Pavan Agarwal would want to know, so food safety is really, really taken care of in the private more than anyone else. Organizations have norms about what kind of food can be served, what kind of food can't be served. They're going, getting into health, they're getting organic food. Many of the large organizations like, say, Infosys or whatever, they would have, within the kitchen, they would have their own labs where the test, there are no compliance is required there. But they just want their employees to be healthy, because the healthier employees can work harder, can produce more, right? So there the issues are slightly different, which I'm sure you would want to address at some point. We at Business World would be happy to support any such initiative, take your message or of other stakeholders to a larger public, to if there are any opinion leaders or if there are any decision makers who you want your message to reach, we'll be happy to create an event for you or support you in an event that you want to do to reach out to those people, given the reach we have as a magazine and as a website and as an event company. So these are the few things that I want to say. and we look forward to working with you in the coming days. Thank you very much.